Alright, there we go. Hello all, BeastTamer98 with the new Let's Play that I'll hopefully actually finish this time, you know. Not good at that. But this is Death End Request. Oh god, no! Which is essentially an anime video game. I don't want to give too much away about the plot, but I found this game about a month ago on pre-order, and it came out just yesterday. I've been waiting for it for a month now. It looks really nice. So, without further ado, let's hop straight into Death End Request. Or just rock it with the normal difficulty. Beginner bundle, code salve, high elf drop, ogre cold brew, access from the menu in battle. Normal game progression, reach max capacity for any of these items. A plus will appear in your item list showing that you're carrying a surplus. No items will be lost. Special quest, charitable work. Item equipped in the menu. All characters can equip this. Must progress the game to the point where equipment can be changed. Alright. Here we go. I read a review saying the first few minutes of this are a little slow, but how it is with most video games. You get through the first few minutes of exposition before you get into anything good. So. Also read there's a lot of graphic violence in this game. So, we're gonna hope I don't get kicked off of YouTube for this, because there's no way to turn down the graphics of the violence, the graphicness of the violence. There's no way to turn it down in the options, so we're gonna hope YouTube doesn't delete me for this game. Knowing my luck, it won't delete me for the violence, so it'll copyright me for the music in the background. In fairness, I should probably have muted, which I kinda can't do now. Oh yeah. And then there's the glitch modes of most of the female characters, which pretty much just makes them lose their clothing. So, there's a decent chance I get kicked off YouTube for this video game. I'm really glad there's no English voice acting.
Don't give up, Sheena!
Okay, there is.
I've already leveled you past the max! You're in God mode now! Try summoning your power from within. If you don't concentrate, then you'll stand no chance against that thing. Hold strong. Keep your head up. You can do it. Believe in yourself.
I can't. I've never had it in me. Everyone else is gone. I'm the only one left.
Don't give up. Don't give in to despair.
I can't save this world.
Sheena, behind you! Watch out! Sheena!
A monster, infected by a deadly virus, opened its sinister maw. And sank its razor sharp
I might have to turn the
fangs
voices
into
down a little bit.
flesh, locking its jaw onto her before spitting her out. Thick droplets of her blood were splattered onto the dirt. Gashes on her abdomen exposed her spinal cord and vital organs.
Thank you, narrator. Thank you.
She made 2 tepid steps backward before crumbling to the ground like a marionette with snipped strings.
Damn it! Sheena!
As shock set in, she struggled to make sense of what was happening around her. With a last, desperate breath, she uttered,
Sheena! Sheena, don't! Hurry! Get away from there! Please! Stop! Stop!
Okay.
The monster licked its lips, its taste for blood slowly driving it toward the meek and bloody prey before it. Its nostrils flared, savoring the anticipation before snapping its jaws around the girl's head and heaving it into the empty sky. Her freshly removed spinal cord trailed behind her mangled head like a nightmarish comet. Her headless body slammed into the dirt, color draining out of it as it settled into the ever-growing pool of blood.
Sheena! Sheena! Damn it! I couldn't save her in time! God! Buddha! Whoever the hell is listening! Damn you! This death end is horrific! You... What is your purpose? God damn it!
You, staring at me. Who are you? Are you God? Or are you the devil? What does the end of the world mean?
Well, this is an interesting game. Oh boy.
Oh, it was just a dream. Or should I say a nightmare? What did it mean? Huh? Where am I? Whose house am I in? Actually, who am I? What the? They're wrapped so tight. What are they? Huh? They look like spider legs. Yuck! They gross me out. Huh? What the?
Love this dialogue.
What?
Touch glowing white key, obtain information and items necessary to progress the game. If you ever find yourself stuck, look for the key. Once conditions have been filled, an exclamation mark will appear on the minimap. Okay.
What's this? What's this?
This is a far away camera angle. Okay. Save point.
What's this?
That's a table. So now there's just no voice hacking, huh? Yep. Oh goodness. Don't make me read. Just need to collect my thoughts. Let's calm down, take a deep breath, think. I can't recall my memories. Maybe I just need to retrace my steps, start wherever I can remember, take it from there. Be fine, piece of cake. Okay, can I remember my name? Well, yep, kinda on your collar. Definitely Sheena. Holy mother of light. Only remember my first name. But that's okay, it's progress. I have no idea where I am though. Must belong to whoever's posing in the photograph. Something about this house is oddly familiar, like I've stood here before. This girl too in the photo, I recognize her from somewhere. I just don't know sign as to how I ended up here in the first place, is there? Perhaps I can let this go for now. What did I do yesterday? Why is there no more voice acting? They got voice acting for 5 minutes and then went, nah, bastards can read from there on out. Nothing's coming to mind. The longer I stay here, the more depressed I'll become. Maybe I should go outside. If I get fresh air, it'll all come back to me. Stewing in here without a clue won't do me any good. The only way to get out of a rut is to keep going. Of course, that's how this game saves. Alright. Game saved. I don't know why I keep expecting the camera angle to be inverted. I've changed it to not be inverted. This meadow is gorgeous. It all feels so... It's all coming back to me. Why is there no more voice acting? That's right, I'm an adventurer. Once every 2,000 years, the gates to Odysseia, the mystical sky capital, open up to adventurers that are pure of heart. Naturally, a city in the sky isn't exactly easy to find, so I had to set off for Hardis, the military kingdom, to find more info. In a stroke of good luck, one of the local guilds in Hardis let me reside in this house for the duration of my stay here. Ow. Oh, what a relief. I was beginning to panic, thinking that my memories would never return. Well, I've got a sword, which should come in handy for wherever I'm off to. I'm Sheena the Adventurer. Time for me to see Odysseia, the legendary city in the sky. Guess that explains why I've got these legs dangling underneath my dress. God, I hate reading. I was really hoping there'd be voice acting here. Wow, everything's coming back to me. When it rains, it pours. They say that people who visit Odysseia discover riches and happiness beyond their wildest dreams. Wait for me, mother. I promise I'll find Odysseia and bring you the happiness that you need. Anyway, this place. Is there no one else around? Last thing I need at like noon on a Wednesday is an anime chick panting like that in my ear, okay? What in the sweet hell did I just do? Help. Okay. Why does she have such jiggle physics? Come to think of it, did I even bother to eat yesterday? Memory still escapes me. In fact, I have no idea how long I was asleep. And this kingdom doesn't resemble how it looked when I first got here. I don't understand the jiggle physics in anime, man. Look at her and tell me she should have the jiggle physics that she has. I don't remember it looking this desolate. Hardus' aggressive tactic of invading nearby kingdoms landed them a less than favorable reputation, meaning they had few allies. Dear God. Sturfield, Goen, Rizari, Tuora. Even so, what army is capable of wiping a kingdom off the face of the world? I shudder to think about what kind of power is at play here. I wonder what happened. Tell me, where did my memories go? Don't you look at me like that. That's the voice acting I get?
Huh? Did someone scream just now? Where did it come from? Where are you? Please, answer me!
Oh.
Help me!
Oh no! Someone's being attacked by a monster. I have to help somehow. But do I even know how to fight? He'll be fine. That's what muscle memory's for, right? I'm sure I'll get the hang of it.
You got a sword, you ain't gotta remember too much, I hope.
Alright, let's go!
Press triangle, you can set a max of 3 attacks. Freewee! God damn it! If you do not wish to input each command, press the X to use your previously selected attack command. Default command is using 3 attacks in a row. After the battle is complete, go to the menu, use the X button, press triangle to select a new action. Here, perform 3 consecutive attacks in one turn. A knockback attack will commence, thus allowing you to send your enemies flying. Use this attack to put distance between you and your enemy, prevent any chance of your enemy countering. Strategize knockback attacks to maximize damage and unit placement effectiveness.
Leave it to me! Alright. Hey! Yeah!
Hello.
I feel too hot.
Ow.
I don't feel too hot.
Jesus.
Leave it to me.
Uh-oh.
All right. Ha! No use. Let's go. All right. See? Yeah! It's over. Let's go. All right. See? Home run!
Bye-bye.
Blast off! All right. Hope this helps. Ha! You wish.
Oh god, it's getting closer to me.
Leave it to me. Identifying enemies' weak points. All right. Ha! See? This is nothing. Let's go. All right. Pounce back. Ha! See? Little fuel too hot. My turn.
Thing won't die.
All right.
Alright, if this doesn't finish you,
Hey.
I don't know what will. There it is.
Up.
And get out of here.
It's over. Oh, victory!
Patch 1.0. 498 experience, 32 Eni, 2 Eni bug fix bonus.
All right. I'll work harder.
Awesome.
I managed to kill it.
Are you all right?
A little bruised is all.
Forgive me. It's all my fault.
No, I'm just glad you're safe.
Oh, you are far more heroic than you look. Allow me to extend my gratitude by tending to those wounds of yours.
I would appreciate that. I'm feeling a lot better now. Thank you.
On the contrary, I should be the one thanking you for saving me.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one
I haven't
who
yet
laughed.
introduced myself. My name is Rook. As you have likely gathered by now, I am a traveling merchant by trade.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sheena, an adventurer.
A pleasure. Lately, martyrs have been taking to crowding these trails, making it impossible for me to sell my wares in peace.
What's a martyr?
Oh, haven't you heard?
Well, you see, I actually just woke up a few moments ago with no recollection of how I got there. My memory's fuzzy.
What? Oh, how awful. Martyrs are monsters that have been touched by the kiss of madness. Yes, for a few months now, reports of monsters attacking people have been increasing to a frightening degree.
What? Did you say a few months? How did I not remember any of this?
Much has changed in the last year. Do you really remember nothing?
Not a thing.
Not even what you ate yesterday?
Nope.
Most unfortunate.
Well, I can't let it bring me down. Things will turn up sooner or later.
What makes you say that?
My mother always told me that someone up there is watching out for me.
I see. Your mother sounds like a devout woman. Surely our Lord will shine upon you with his blessings. Amnesia is nothing to scoff at. I can imagine how confusing all of this must be. So I will try to help you in the meantime.
Then, would you mind catching me up on everything I've missed?
You needn't burden yourself with the sad tale of this fallen world. Some things are better left unsaid.
I want to know it all. Please, tell me.
Oh boy,
Very
here we go,
well.
story time. Alright, kiddos, settle in.
Allow me to tell you about the Entoma Scourge. 1 year ago, the world as we had known it ceased to exist. On that fateful day, a terrifying beast came down from the heavens and unleashed catastrophe across the entire country.
What? What do you mean? What's an Entoma?
The Intoma was a curse from the gods, a living, breathing embodiment of atrocity, brought to life by the despicable sins committed by our people.
Hey viewer, I hope you're ready for story time. We're right in the middle of it. Oh, now we get a movie.
Vanity,
Cutscene of some sort.
greed became the gospels of our time. The rich became richer, and the poor became poorer. Soon, it seemed people had forgotten how to love. In no time at all, the thin fabric holding friends and family together was torn asunder. Constant threats of war and invasion gave corrupt nobles the chance to tax every cent from out of their subjects' pockets. Desperation birthed from a widening gap betwixt the rich and poor. Thievery and violence became commonplace. Lives lost over loaves of bread.
Damn. Ah, my throat is gone.
The nobility cackled atop their high towers, taking pleasure in watching their subjects turn on one another while they sipped their wine. The notion of salvation became a fool's currency. Eventually, the destitute and starving citizens had reached a point of no return. One by one, they fell to their knees onto the ragged earth, begging for death as mercy from their constant suffering. Memories of our vibrant past were tossed into the graves of those brave enough to remember them. That is, until the Scourge had ripped the heavens in half without warning. It cut through the sky like steel through flesh, flattened our mountain ranges, and ruined our forests and seas with a divine rainbow light. The beast itself had later become known as Heaven's Messenger, striking fear into the hearts of those unlucky enough to cross its path. Furious with our people's disregard for life, God saw fit to punish us without warning. We had no choice but to accept.
Heavens. Messenger? Divine punishment?
Within 10 days, the beast destroyed not only Heartus, but each of the surrounding kingdoms as well. Mankind was beside itself, without recourse or any chance of retaliation. Men, women, and children were being killed, left and right. Just when we thought that all hope was lost, our long-awaited salvation had finally arrived. The monster's body had suddenly frozen and shattered into pieces.
What happened to it?
That I do not know. All we know for certain is the monster's shattered fragments rained down upon our world, leaving little behind save for its terrible memory in our minds.
Pretty interesting backstory there.
Spared from their accursed tyranny, the people celebrated in the streets.
So there are survivors aside from us.
Yes, although few and far between. Some of them still live in small enclaves. However, the fact that you lack any recollection of this event means you were asleep, not for a few months, but for over a year.
I have no idea how I lost my memory, so I'll just have to fill in the blanks somehow. I appreciate you taking the time to recount what I've missed. Seems like I've got a lot of catching up to do.
Ah, you impress me. It's rare to find someone whose nose is still pointed towards the future. Sheena, there's a bit more to this story. Many who survived the calamity experienced a strange emotional shift, proclaiming to dedicate their lives to piety.
The hell is
People had
piety?
interpreted their salvation as a miracle, and thus were eager to pay it forth to prevent another monster from appearing. As of a few months ago, however, this ended with a few alarming consequences.
How so?
An event known as the Mass Consternation. Odd, unexplainable happenings popping up out of nowhere. In one instance, a man had evaporated like smoke in his own bedroom. A woman claimed to see God's light before slitting her own throat.
Huh. Alrighty then.
What?
I heard of one village that committed a mass suicide by drowning, jumping into the ocean like a pack of rats from a sinking ship.
Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know. It was as if they were martyrs, suffering for the sake of avoiding retribution. It was around this time that monsters started to appear yet again, igniting fear into those who had survived to remember their ghastly deeds. Eventually, people began suspecting that the souls of these recently departed martyrs learned how to inhabit the bodies of monsters. Hence, monsters began attacking innocent people without warning. At least, that was the rumor. The name soon stuck, and these beasts you see roaming around are what we now refer to as martyrs. Crowds of frightened town-goers would look up at the sky at once and mutter, "We are forsaken."
I don't understand. What could compel people to end their own lives? There has to be some explanation, right?
You're wise, Sheena. As you stated, we had eventually discovered the reason for the mysterious slew of mass suicides. It appears you have one attached to your leg as well. That is the mark of the Entoma, the catalyst that drives people to madness. Unfortunately, you will soon feel its effects as it slowly eats away at your mind.
What? You must mean the spider legs. Ah! What the? It's moving? Ah! It's fluttering up my skirt!
That, my dear, is proof of your curse. It has a mind of its own, ensnaring its hapless prey while slowly corrupting it over time. If inorganic matter is touched by the curse, then it eventually withers away. If it latches onto a living thing, however,
Then what happens?
their brains become infected to the point that they spiral out of control. You might be a bigger threat to yourself than you think. Now that monsters and this damned Entoma have all but doomed this place, there is little for anyone to do other than watch the gradual and tragic demise of our world. Goodness me. In times as bleak as these, it feels like a real labor to go on living. What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I think I just have a stomachache.
Oh no! Forgive me. I've spent all this time reminiscing. How rude of me.
I'm fine. It'll subside in a bit. If everything you said was true, about the curse and the end of the world, then I'm so sorry. Somehow, though, I'm still happy.
But how can you?
It makes me think meeting someone new and learning something about them feels like a miracle of its own at times. When I see my reflection in someone else's eyes, I can't help but blush. For a brief moment, my life has purpose. Knowing that I matter to someone else brings me joy. It's hard to explain.
Joy, huh?
Yes. So, Rook, you just need to... I'm so sorry. That was rude of me.
It's fine. Because of what you just said, I am reminded that life still holds some splendor. Thank you for sharing that beautiful sentiment.
You're welcome.
I've no doubt that someday we will find a way to lift the curse of the Entoma from our lands. If I learn anything more about it, then you'll be the first to know.
Really? Thank you. Well, Guess I'll be seeing you around, Rook. The world needs me.
Sheena, where are you going?
I'm an adventurer. There's only one place for me to go. A place where all adventurers dream of. The mystical sky capital, Odyssea.
Odyssea? Are you sure that such a place even exists? All of what I just mentioned, including Heaven's Messenger, is little more than hearsay. Stories to scare young children.
Of course it exists. Dream a little, Rook. I'm sorry. I spoke out of turn again.
Oh, please, I don't mind. So, do you have any clue how to reach Odyssea?
Oh,
Additionally, extensive travel requires adequate funds. Are you well prepared? Apologies. Judging by your reaction, the answer would seem to be no. Oh, come to think of it, I recall the king had announced that he was recruiting new guards. Why don't you try gaining some money that way?
Really? Yes, I'd love to.
In that case, let me show you how to reach the palace. Follow this corner, then make a left down this path. Here is a map.
Wow, thank you. See you around.
Good luck out there, young traveler.
Bless you, Rook. Good luck to you, too.
What a spry thing. If the next generation has as much spirit as her, then perhaps there's hope yet for the future of our world. However, it might be too late.
That was an interesting story time. Kind of cool backstory for the place, though. We really doing this again? Made it. So this is the palace, huh? It's humongous from the outside. Hardis, a sprawling kingdom with one of the biggest armies in the world. This palace certainly lives up to its sizable reputation. Can't forget, though, that the king is infamous for being a power-hungry conqueror. I should keep on my toes while I'm here. I wonder if I'd ever visited the palace before I lost my memories. What if this isn't my first time here? Oh well, what's important for now is that I gain an audience with the king. How odd. For a palace as huge, I thought I'd see a lot more people by now. One soldier, even. The silence is disarming. Maybe if I scream, someone will notice me. Deeply inhales. Hello? Daddy Echo. I'm here to enlist as a guard. Not a peep. Guess this place really is empty. Well, maybe not. The front gate was open. The king's probably sitting in the throne room. I should try searching more thoroughly. You killed my wife. Off with your head. Huh? Where'd that voice come from? Okay. Can we take a hot second to talk about the size? Either this palace is huge or Sheena is a child. Holy God. Gee. Whoo. I'm honestly not sure if she's just that small or this place is just that big. But oh my God, this staircase. The door is shut. Empty room. I'm really bad at controlling this camera.
going on here? What's this?
Got it. Doesn't do jack. Alright, I'm gonna get the hang of this camera eventually, I promise. Fuck it, might as well save. Don't you tell me I'm still in the prologue after 40 minutes of streaming.
I wonder what that was all about.
Ah, the voice acting's back again.
Ah! Oh, he scared me. I thought no one was inside, so I went on ahead and pushed the door open. My name is Sheena. I'm an adventurer. Forgive me for barging in. I tried calling out earlier, but it seemed like no one else was around. Oh, I'm here to enlist as a guard. I heard you were recruiting. Oh, what am I even saying? I'm letting my panic get the best of me. Keep it together! Something is wrong.
Hey!
What do I do? I wonder why he isn't responding. His eyes are vacant and placid. No matter how much I move or speak, he doesn't budge. I wonder if that Intoma Scourge thing has something to do with this. My goodness, though. I can tell why the king would enjoy living here. I've never seen anywhere so lush and extravagant. The woman in this portrait is stunning. She's so regal, like a queen or a princess of some kind. Why does the painting look like it's been hacked apart by a sword? I couldn't fathom why anyone would dare to desecrate a royal portrait. Wait, have I met her somewhere before? No way. That can't be. How the heck would someone like me meet the royal family when it... Ah! Oh no, what did I do? Guard just started glaring back at me. I should get out of here. I'm sorry. I'll just come back later. I should head back to the palace entrance. What's going on here? This whole castle seems a bit off. Oh, I know. Why don't I ask the king?
I just have to find a way to speak with the king. As the thought crossed my mind, I decided to head back into the throne room.
Excuse me. Sorry about earlier, but there's something urgent that I need to ask the king. I hope I'm not being too rude, but would you let me through to speak with him? He isn't responding again. Maybe that means I can proceed? I see someone standing over there. Is that the king? He might not be able to hear me from here, so I'll have to get closer.
Hey, you there! Run!
Huh? Huh? I thought I heard a voice just now. Am I imagining things? Excuse me. Your Highness, I want...
You've traveled a long distance, adventurer.
What a relief. Seems I can talk to him.
Have you come to defile my wife as well?
Huh? Wait, you've got me all wrong. I never do anything to hurt the Queen.
Those hideous legs on your body are proof of your insolence. A stain reserved for sinners, as the rest of us await salvation from the Ark!
Huh? Is that thing fidgeting again? It was hiding under my skirt a second ago. but now it's traveling up my thigh. The king is staring at me. It's making me uncomfortable. Your Highness, please hear me out. The Queen and I have never even met and...
Bow before the Lord's graces! Touch your head to the ground and repent with your blood! The purging light only desecrated our world because of sinners like you.
What is he talking about? So it isn't just the cards that are acting strangely. The king's going cuckoo too.
The world is cursed and falling into ruin. Soon all will be reduced to ash. The devout will be saved, and the sinners punished!
What is this effect they have on this man's voice? Holy crap.
I hereby charge you with the murder of my wife, the Queen! Off with her head!
What the... No! Ow! You're hurting! The guard! He's got weird legs coming out of him, just like me!
God has forsaken you! Death to all sinners!
No! No!
God has forsaken you! Death to all sinners! Welcome to your demise, adventurer.
What was all that about? Maybe coming here was a bad idea. I need to hurry out of the palace.
There is no God. There is no God! Welcome to your demise, adventurer.
Alrighty then.
Wait!
Just 6 times?
I'm scared. What's happening? The guards are all corrupted. If the legs tethered to my body are a sign that I'm infected by this so-called curse, does that mean I'll lose my mind too? No, I can't.
Listen to me, Sheena. The Lord is watching over you. Follow the righteous path, and you will be showered by his blessing.
Alrighty then.
Mom, there is no God. There is no God.
Huh.
Ouch! My thighs are being constricted.
End of the world.
Well.
It hurts. Ow, my legs. They're on fire. Ow. It feels like my insides are gonna burst.
There she is! The intruder! Capture her!
She's the culprit. Don't let her escape.
Guards! Seize her!
No! No! Someone, anyone, please! Help me!
Hey! You there!
What?
Wait. Are you... No way. How'd you get here?
Whose voice is this? Where is it coming from? Feels like I'm hearing it inside my head. Could it be? God? Please, save me! I'm being chased!
Not very well, given they're just standing there staring at you right now. Go with it, though.
Huh? God? Excuse me? Where'd you go? Answer me!
I love this game.
That's cruel. You turned your back on me.
I love this game. you're staring right at the front door.
What's happening?
God damn it. Now that monsters in this damned Antoma have all but doomed this place, there is little for anyone to do other than watch the gradual and tragic demise of our world.
The tragic demise of our world. Ugh, my stomach is killing me. What the heck's going on? Stop it! Ugh. Nothing I do will make the pain subside. Why is this happening to me?
Error occurred. Please reboot World's Odyssey server.
What? What's going on? I'm terrified. Someone, please help me.
We're connected. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you crying?
No.
I'm 52 minutes in and I love this game.
This place is swarming with guards. You need to sprint out of there as fast as you can. Listen to my directions very carefully.
Oh, okay.
Turn around and head down the hallway on your right.
What? I just escaped from that hallway. You want me to go back?
Just shut up and move!
Okay. Thank you, God.
What did you call me?
Fuck it. Oh, this game is great. Game of the year already.
Were you able to make it out?
Yes. Somehow.
Just the dialogue alone makes this game of the year.
Hey, you okay? Watch your step.
I think so. I didn't see a ledge there. Must be by design.
You're not making any sense. By design?
Huh?
Anyway, keep going. Enter that room. There's a column with a hidden switch. Go ahead and press it. This is still an alpha build, so I can open up a way to pass through the column. Use this shortcut to escape the palace.
Alpha build? Shortcut. I have no idea what he's going on about, but I should listen to him. Whoa!
The communication's lagging out. You're starting to buffer. I can't see anything on my end. Were you able to make it through?
Yes. Safe and sound.
Good. Go ahead and continue down the path. There are some enemies up ahead, so don't stop for any reason, okay?
Okay.
What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. Just bewildered that God really does exist.
What are you talking about? Whatever, just keep going.
Okay.
Fucking A++.
Sheena, I have a question for you, but don't stop walking. I'm gonna ask you directly. Are you... Sheena?
Huh? Oh, yes. I'm... Sheena, the adventurer.
I know that. I'm asking about your real identity. You know, the girl behind the curtain.
Identity? The only girl here is me. God, you sure are strange.
Jeez, you're giving me a headache. If your last name isn't... Are you a hacker or something? Besides, how the hell are the World's Odyssey servers up and running? I thought they were shut down.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No idea? Are you serious?
I've lost my memory. An entire year's worth of experiences. Gone.
Gone? Really?
Yes. There's very little about myself that I remember, so I don't have all of the answers.
I swear she's running in a circle.
Oh, but there is one thing that I remember. I have a vision of myself, aiming to reach the mystical capital in the sky, Odyssea.
Actually, that memory has been fabricated. Nothing more than a programmed objective.
Programmed objective?
Sheena, what's your favorite food?
Huh? Well, of course it's...
Steamed melon pod.
What? How did you know that?
I knew because of something that happened in my world where you actually exist. Your username, Sheena. Hey, you're Sheena, right? Where have you been for this entire year? Everyone's been looking all over for you.
Wait, what? Excuse me. You're cutting out. What did you say after Sheena?
Sheena?
You're breaking up still. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Are none of my messages going through? Even in the backlog? Wait, is there a chance that the game is cutting me off on purpose? How is that possible?
Huh.
Then how about my name? It's...
No, it's not coming through.
My name doesn't work either? Who's behind this? There's so much I want to ask you. What happened to you a year ago? Where are you right now?
Huh? I think you've got me mistaken for someone else. I'm an adventurer. I promised my mother that I'd reach Odysseia.
I told you, that's just your programming. Besides, your mother passed away when you were a young girl, didn't she?
What? Huh? She passed away when I was a young girl? You're lying! I promised... Huh? What's going on? I hear a ringing from the back of my head. That can't be...
Do you remember now? It's true.
Stop it! That's ridiculous! I just spoke with my mother recently! We had a conversation when I left my home. It's clear as day! How cruel can you be by telling me that my own mother is dead? You're no god! You're an imposter!
What? An imposter? Don't shoot the messenger!
You're taking advantage of my amnesia by lying to me! Just what are you playing at? Well, tough luck for you! I was a fool for thinking I could confide in God. What? Are you crying?
No. It's true. You really are.
That's not me. You've got me all wrong.
There she is, the intruder in the East Wing.
If she's killed by those guards, then it might cut off our line of communication. Okay, whether or not you trust me is beside the point right now. If you want to live, then listen to me. Get the hell out of there!
I hate how bossy you are.
Where the hell did he come from?
Where the hell did he come from?
Decapitation, incision, immolation, and mutilation! I can do it all!
I like this guy.
Is he bugged too?
Commence the execution! Come here, little girl. I will crush your lungs, fracture the bones in that fleshy body of yours in the palm of my hand!
Don't worry, Sheena. I'm right here with you. I can rewrite the code in real time to boost your fighting abilities.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Holy mother. Avoid stepping on glowing bugs scattered over the battlefield. Party members can become corrupt. Each party member accrues corruption at different speeds. Corruption level reaches 100%. Party member will be unable to battle. Enemy attacks can also boost corruption. Some enemies are strengthened by corruption. Form a knockback against an enemy that collides into field bugs. The field bugs will be safely eliminated. You may verify each field bug's attributes by using search. Corruption may accrue differently for each of your party.
Leave it to me! All right. This is nothing!
Ow.
My turn! All right. Use this! I can win this! No use! Took you down! My turn! All right. Activating. Come on, let's go! Bounce back! Out of here!
Goodbye.
Took you down! Leave it to me! All right. Use this! Powering up! Yeah! Home run!
Alright.
Took you down!
Down to 1. And he's already extremely weak.
My turn! All right. Ha! Yeah! Got him!
And get on out of here.
Deleted. Whoa! Victory!
Damn, I got a lot of funds out of that. And a good amount of experience. Why, no matter what I throw at it, it just gets back up? I figured it out, Sheena. The reason you're so out of sorts is because something is causing your character's code to go haywire. It might be those spider legs. Haywire. The curse! Those legs are a sign that you're bugged. A piece of corrupted data is altering your configuration. I'm trying to remove them. What do you think? Why are you asking me for my opinion? I'm bad at voices, so don't expect them to get much different. I'm not groaning. No. My head is killing me. Everything's spinning. But bugs? You don't remember. You and I used to debug this game together. Debug? What? How do you know me? Yep. Ah! Ow! No, it hurts! Sheena! What the hell's going on? She's freaking out. I gotta do something, or Sheena will. Ow! Ah! It hurts! Mom! Don't get out of me. Oh, just get out. Never mind. Get out. Sheena. Bug.
What is happening?
It looks like an insect. It's bouncing in the air, almost like it's buzzing. Sheena, run for it!
What is it, Pikachu?
No! Stop! Stay still!
The code's going nuts. I can't make out what's happening. Wait, she isn't going mad? Is this for real? How is she able to withstand being corrupted by that bug?
Wow. Sheena, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it.
My stomach hurts.
Just hold on for now. I'm gonna rewrite some of your code.
Ah, prepare for your doom!
Damn it, it's gotten back up already. You're doing great, Sheena. Try accessing your attack commands now.
Attack commands? Could you stop speaking gibberish?
Your commands are,
There are times when the heads of our prisoners go missing after being decapitated. Care to guess why?
I fucking love this dude. I love this executioner already. He's been there for like 3 minutes.
And put them on display. But yours? I'm going to boil it with salt and spread it on a cracker to feast upon.
I like this guy.
anything, just do something.
Yeah, that's not happening. I was surprised I touched him and the guard blasted off. Okay, you're ready to go. Wow, what kind of magic is this? Why does the voice acting keep cutting? It's not magic, it's a cheat. Too easy. I guess being able to manipulate the world with the tips of my fingers has its perks. What do you think? Are you impressed? Who are you? Are you a god after all? I'm no god. I'm a programmer. I can sense power surging inside me.
I won't lose. Leave it to me. All right. Hey, no use. My turn. All right. No use. Leave it to me. All right. Yeah. See, you win. My turn.
I wish I had something that was long range.
All right. Time to use this. This is nothing. My turn.
What items do I have? Helpful cheat code restores 1000 HP to all in range. Restores 999. Makes you right back up. Fully revives all units within range. It gives me all my magic ability back is what that does, okay.
All right. See? Ha! Hey!
And get out of here.
Deleted. Whoa! Victory!
Awesome. Elf tonic. Nice.
Have I gotten stronger?
And she's level 3 now. Let's go. Yeah, that's a noise. Program. Hey, you alright? I missed your name. Who are you? Oh, right. Well, we can sort out our names later. Let me catch you up to speed on your situation. You and I made this world together. We are the creators. Creators? Yep. Everything you see here stems from your vision. Then our team and myself expanded all of it. That's how World's Odyssey came to be. World's Odyssey? Bagoo! What's going on? Bagoo goo goo kisha! Is this man still getting back up? What is it doing? It's eating me! No, you can't eat him. Please stop. Ah! I ran to stop it, but that thing flung me away and began to devour the guard's body. Boogoo, boogoo, gee. I love this dialogue. Oh no, no don't! Stop! Please, help me. Huh. Sheena, get out of there. A monster's heading straight for you. That thing can't be real. It's huge. There's no time to cry. Behind you. Ah! Sheena! Damn it! She couldn't get away in time. It hurts. I can't get away. Kiki. Boogoo. What? Sheena! Ah. Oh. What's happening? Sheena's appearance is changing. Her expression too. Something's altering her character model. What? The bugs. They're swarming together. Her HP and SP bars are both pushing to the max. This is my destiny. I must save the world. That's a huge bitch. If a party's member corruption reaches 80%, she can transform into her glitch mode. Attack and defense are significantly boosted this day. End of each turn, corruption reduces by 10. If corruption dips below 80, glitch mode will end. While in glitch mode, press triangle to assign a wild skill to the third slot.
My turn.
And that's what I was talking about when I mentioned their glitch modes.
I gotta. Don't move. Go away! Go away! Go away!
That was actually kind of cool looking.
Took you down.
Fuck that thing up.
Victory!
Panacea. The glitch mode's actually kind of cool. Huh. What did I... Ow! What's the matter? I feel powerless all of a sudden. Does she not remember what happened? I wonder if the bug has something to do with it. I didn't know fighting like that was possible. Great job, Sheena. You handled that monster like it was nothing. I did? What should I do? I feel so horrible for letting that happen to him. Him? You mean the mutated executioner? Don't mind him. There's nothing either of us could do. But it wasn't a conscious decision on your part. That bug is a parasite, and it's using your body as a host to carry out its own will. True, but if anything, it was an act of mercy before his fate took a potential turn for the worse. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. A bug that devours other bugs, huh? It's like a real animal. Bagoo! What am I to do from now on? I just don't know what's going on anymore. Let's just focus on getting you out of here. You aren't out of the lion's den yet. Okay. Okay. So I'm supposed to go this way then. Palace Brick. A lot of painting. If I made it out this far, I'm safe, right? Hello? Say something. Why are you silent all of a sudden? Say. I don't hear your voice. Just, who am I? I feel ready to crumble. You don't know who you are? Huh? You're the bug from earlier, aren't you? Can you speak? I hate feeling left in the dark. I want to know everything. I mean, it's me. Why wouldn't I? But I don't know. I'm completely lost. I have no idea what to do with myself. This guy comes out of nowhere and totally shakes apart everything I knew. Everything I thought I knew. I mean, those memories of leaving home are so real, I can practically taste them on my tongue. But I didn't sense any hint of deceit in his voice, so I want to believe him. It's all too much for me right now. That's a bright white light. There are so many things I need to ask you. What happened a year ago? Where are you at this very moment? Where was I? How am I supposed to know? I'm here. Answer me. You scared? Yes, I'm terrified. What if I'm not who I think I am? What did he mean by my programming? Are my memories nothing but lies? Am I really alive? Do I even exist in this world? Of course you exist, Sheena Ninomiya. Alright, seems like you heard me clearly this time. Sorry if I kept you waiting. I managed to whitelist our names in the game's text bank. Can you hear me down there? I'm Arata Mizunashi. Oh. Ninomiya? That's my name? Yes, that's your real name. Mizunashi? I can't believe I finally found you. I wish you knew how worried sick we've all been. You're safe in there, right? I was so scared. I missed you so much. Yeah, me too. Mizunashi? Where am I?
Wake up. Wake up.
Crap. I didn't realize I fell asleep. What time is it? 3 a.m. Not even morning yet, huh? Oh. It's been a while since I've fallen asleep in the middle of work. Come to think of it, I'm starving. What do I have around here to eat?
Arata Mizunashi, 27 years old. I am a programmer. I'm not at home, I'm at work. Ebbs and flows, each second passes, just another line of code typed. When did I wake up? When did I sleep? When did I start working? When did I stop? And when did I eat last? Don't ever take the time to ask myself any of these questions. Each day bleeds into the next and no one bats an eyelash. But it's all okay, I'll just keep on going.
Yeah, a steamed melon pond. Guess I forgot to eat the lunch I bought. Delicious.
Again? You were obsessed with that bread.
Huh?
A melon pond? You practically eat them for every meal. Don't you get tired of the same thing?
This is where I work, Enigma Games. Small game development company where we work on software on behalf of game publishers. Much of what we do is kept under wraps by non-disclosure agreements. My coworker here who shows little care for NDAs is Sumika Tokiwa. Oh god, I'm gonna have to read so many Japanese names. She works on a project separate from my team, but she's undoubtedly one of Enigma's top programmers.
My dietary habits are none of your business. I enjoy the taste, but that doesn't mean it's my favorite thing to eat. I guess I just don't have a craving for anything else. Forget that, Tokiwa. Aren't you swamped with work? Should you be hanging out with me?
Don't worry. I just finished working on a huge block of code, so I wanted to pick on you during my break. Here you go.
Oh, take it easy. You shouldn't throw things without warning me. Oh, it's coffee. Thanks.
No problem. Huh. Looks like someone had a productive evening.
What? What makes you say that?
Your code. I can see the progress you've made on your monitor. 300 lines in one day is something to be proud of.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. Not a video game programmer, but yeah.
Don't you have another project to work on or something? You can't just peek at what I'm working on over here.
Oh, loosen up. Who cares? We're both employees for the same company. As far as I'm concerned, my work can be an open book to you.
Yeah. That's why they separate us into cubicles, right? What's the real reason you're over here anyway?
I already told you. I just wanted to pick on you. Seems like our most recent spat left a good impression on you. I know you've got the skill to pull it together, but ever since she went missing, you've seemed totally disinterested in this project.
Let's drop it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to reopen old wounds. I just hoped you could understand.
It's a personal problem. I just don't want to talk about it. It's not your fault, so don't worry.
That's not what I meant. You don't seem to get it, so I'll tell you as many times as you need to hear it. This isn't your fault. You shouldn't have to shoulder that burden on your own.
Right.
Hey, I just realized that bread you like so much, I mean, Sheena used to buy those from the shop downstairs, didn't she?
She did. She loved them so much. She used to buy them by the dozen for the office.
Let me guess. Before you knew it, you were hooked. Sounds like some Pavlovian training. What's the matter?
Pavlovian training, huh? I barely noticed.
I think everyone's entitled to slip into bad habits now and then. We just passed a year since Sheena went missing, haven't we?
Yeah. Which marks a year since the World's Odyssey project ended, too.
World's Odyssey, sometimes abbreviated as WOD for short. Enigma staked the company's fate into developing a VR MMO program, which is short for a virtual reality massively multiplayer online game. Thank you very much for that one. Much of its larger development infrastructure was put into place by the well-known corporation Agile Inc. A few years ago, a game engine that they released made headlines. It was an immersive cloud-based system known as the Alice Engine. Shino Ninomiya, what a fucking name, a fresh-faced director full of imagination and enthusiasm, helmed the project with her and the Alice Engine confirmed. I hopped on the project as the game's primary programmer. We set out to make something never made before, a fully realized fantasy world. However, in the middle of development, the Alice engine began producing a series of bugs that were proving impossible to fix. To make matters worse, Sheena Ninamiya, our fearless director, had suddenly vanished. We had no choice but to halt development for WOD. We made it to the alpha stage of the build, but the assets were immediately frozen and AGL froze their funding too. We heard it all. We knew that it couldn't be done. It was too much of a burden for some young girl to do by herself. I couldn't help but seethe with anger hearing everyone shift the blame onto her and whisper behind her back.
When things go south, it's easy to push the blame onto a newer employee, but you're beating yourself up too much for how you handled having her on your team.
Oh God, didn't
From
mean
my
to do
point
that.
of view, at least, you weren't that strict. I don't think she took the pressure badly either. Don't be so hard on yourself.
What the hell? Cut me open, why don't you?
It's practically written on your face. You're all, everything's my fault, or, so sorry, Sheena.
Leave me alone.
Hey, would you mind doing that face again?
Takiwa puffed her cheeks playfully as she pointed her fingers towards my face.
What do you mean?
Come on, just one more time. I'll stop bothering you if you make that face again.
You make no sense. Just leave me be. If you won't, then I'll just go home.
Kaboom!
Alright, you know what? That's one I can handle. Lydia Nolan. I can handle that. Then from out of the blue, something was thrown onto my desk.
Whoa, how about a warning first? Kind of pervy, don't you think?
Arta, I have the sample you asked for. I followed all your design specs, right? For a heroine-themed booby mouse pad.
Not right now.
Wow. Did you ask the marketing team to work on samples for this? What a turnoff.
Man, I love Lydia already.
Well, I guess considering our target audience, it shouldn't surprise me at all.
I think I followed your suggestions to the T, Arta. What do you think? Does it resemble Sheena?
This feisty woman is Lydia Nolan. She's Enigma's chief character designer. Her Japanese is so good that it's almost hard to believe that she's a foreigner. She's a master of the art of conversation to the point that I can't keep up with how quickly she goes through internet catchphrases. She's a ball of passion who pours her soul into her work and her hobbies. It certainly
Would
shows.
you quit it?
You asked for this, Arta? Don't tell me that you used Sheena as a model for the heroine.
About that.
Jeez. And you even went ahead and got the right proportions for her bust.
I'm so I love this game.
It's a little too flat-chested, isn't it? Nothing that can't be fixed. Just need to add some padding over here.
Okay, good night.
Stupid Arta.
Huh?
I like how they put a star after everything she says. Today was tougher than usual. At least I've got this melon pond. A message. Let's see. Spam, spam, more spam. Yep, more spam here. Huh? This is... Wait. Does this center line say World's Odyssey MGMT? Subject just says you've got an unread message. I should have turned the preview field on. I can't see what it reads inside, but it looks like there's an attachment here. What the hell? Might be a virus, so I shouldn't open it, but... Pretending to have worked on World's Odyssey just to send an email to someone who actually worked on the game is so stupid. Wait a second. When I put my mouse cursor over the sender line, the email address being displayed was Sheena@WOD.com. This is from Sheena? Seriously? It was the test mail. It was the test email for Sheena Ninamiya, the girl that had been presumed missing for over a year. I didn't care that it could have been a spam email or some kind of prank. Without a second of thought, I clicked it open. Why am I getting an email from her address? Huh? Just as I saw there was an attachment. I couldn't figure out with its extension what it was, but it was obvious that the file had been compressed. I tried my best to extract the compressed files with a few basic expansion tools, but for whatever reason I couldn't open them. Even if I click on it, it won't open. Is it a strange .zip file or something? I've never seen an email like this before. Try as I might, I couldn't open the attachment. My brain was being pulled from all directions. First the sender line, now this attachment. My frustration made my cheeks beat red, but there was nothing that I could do to open it. What proxy server could this have come from? All the servers should be down. I was at a loss. My next course of action was to access the World's Odyssey servers, knowing full well they were probably deactivated. What? You gotta be kidding me. After we unplugged the server, the cache should have been emptied and deleted. How the hell is this happening? World's Odyssey? Hey, what's going on? The screen's becoming erratic. It's buggy as all hell. This is bad. It was nowhere near this messy when I last touched it. How would any bugs be able to penetrate a firewall if the device is shut down entirely? What if I open up the control panel? Whoa. This is no good. These lines of code are totally jumbled. An entire year had passed since the incident. Disappearance of Sheena Ninomiya. Of course, we had reported her disappearance to the authorities immediately, but never had I been satisfied with how they chose to close the case. We were close teammates who had worked within arm's length for 2 years. We'd struck a fine friendship. I'm sure that she'd agree. Sheena was wise beyond her years, but there were moments where her mind would drift off. The company had asked me to take Sheena under my wing so that not only would she be cultivating an understanding of our company, but she would also become an experienced professional, one that our company had planned on grooming to the highest echelon. When stresses from the job got the better of her, I had noticed her slip over to the bathroom where I knew she'd cry by herself in the stall. However, it was always done discreetly, never getting in the way from her giving 100%. Her unbridled enthusiasm always surpassed our team's expectations. What made her truly special was the sincerity in her work. I know because I spent nearly every day with her. Sheena would never ever walk away from her job without any explanation. This game was her life, her legacy. It's hard to imagine anyone walking away from it without any care or remorse. There has to be something fishy behind her sudden disappearance. Nothing else makes sense. Police didn't share my conclusion and were more invested in the belief that she willingly ran off instead of something more nefarious. As Sumika mentioned, I've been feeling hollow ever since. All I wanted was an answer, something to make sense of the tragedy. I even thought that I could hire a private investigator, but both of her parents had passed away and she had no other surviving relatives. For anyone else, that would have been enough reason to leave it be, but neither Sumika nor myself were willing to do so. Even as the two of us set about cleaning out her vacated office, we will find Sheena. Wait a minute. It says there's one active player moving in the server. One active player moving in the server. That's impossible. Maybe if I check the player log I can see a screen name or something. Account name Sheena. Status active. Last online 3 minutes ago. Well, I must have collapsed from fatigue after trying to escape the palace. Sorry, Mizunashi, I fell asleep. Huh? Mizunashi? He's being unresponsive again. Does that mean he logged out and hasn't returned yet? I'm in. Yes, it has to be. These are the plains of World's Odyssey. Right now, I am sitting in front of Hardest Palace. Yo! Ah! You scared me. Oh, are you? I'm Mr. Enigma. Your voice. Might you be Mizunashi? Yeah, it's me. Don't you recognize my skin? It's our company's mascot, Mr. Enigma. Of course I do. He's so cute. Why are you using another character skin? Well, I figured that chatting with you might be difficult if it was just my voice, so I hoped having a visual component would help. Besides, this character gives me access to parts of the code that I can't normally touch. Admins use this skin to crack down on troublemakers. In order to help you, I'll need to be able to identify errors in the code directly. This way I can make changes in real time. Kinda perfect, don't you think? Tech savvy as always, Mizunashi. I think it's a terrific idea. There's one catch though. Because I'm an admin character, I'm not allowed to participate in battle. What? Don't stare back at me like that. I can't help it. I'm impressed by the level of graphical detail in Mr. Enigma. Thanks. Nice of you to mention it. Alright. Let's try and make sense of what we know at this very moment. Your name is Shina Ninomiya. You are currently playing a game which you helped create. You remember that much, right? Yes. So, about your body in the real world. What's the matter? You're blushing. Don't put it like that. It sounds so perverted. I'm more than just a body, Mizunashi. What? The body is a body. How else should I describe it? Oh. If you don't like me referring to you as a body, then how about true form? No, body is fine. Alright then. Going back to the subject at hand. Judging by your responses, it seems like you don't know where you are. Why is that? I wish you could tell me. It's disorienting. Disorienting for sure. This world feels more akin to reality than any other at the moment. If I look to my right or to my left, I see the textures of World's Odyssey environments. I can feel the wind grazing my palm. Well, it's VR. Wherever you are, the real you should be wearing the white rabbit on your head. White rabbit? They're goggles that are optimized for games which have what we refer to as the Alice engine. Primary selling point is that it induces a dreamlike state for its wearer. Reality becomes indistinguishable from VR. A dreamlike state? Maybe I can see for myself, huh? What are you doing over there? Trying to find a way to remove my goggles. How do I take them off again, Mizunashi? Well, in order for the VR to work, the game requires all of your brain's conscious energy. You can't move until you wake up, really. Don't tell me you forgot. I'm sorry, my memory's still so hazy. Hazy, huh? I wonder if her subconscious has trouble sorting her long-term memories with experiences she's made in the game. Sheena, do you have any inkling as to when you first started playing World's Odyssey? Nope. Every time I shut my eyes and try to recall my past, everything goes blank. One thing I do remember is coding World's Odyssey with you and the rest of the team. If I focus too much on it, I feel nothing except for dark, frigid loneliness. For a long time, I couldn't find anyone to talk with. My prevailing sentiment was that I felt scared to death. I see. Sheena, listen to me. In the real world, you've been missing for over an entire year. Missing? What? Is that true? Yeah. We immediately filed a missing persons report with the authorities. Tokiwa and I had initially figured you were involved in some kind of incident, so we've taken it upon ourselves to search for you. I should have asked you this right away, but was the choice to go missing of your own volition? I have no clue. It's tough for me to imagine how I got here in the first place, much less who's responsible for it. I see. You were right sick, having considered all the possibilities to a dizzying extent. If her resounding sentiment was in fact fear. Perhaps she experienced some form of intense trauma that scarred her memories, making them inaccessible for the long time. Why is it making me read? For the time being. I can't help but wonder what kind of incident might have left her in this state. You see, even with what I've retained of the real world, somehow it doesn't feel as tangible as anything I've sensed in this world. Sure, I remember sitting next to you with my cup of coffee, working on lines of code, but I remember the sights and smells of walking on a meadow of World's Odyssey just as vividly. It might have something to do with the Alice Engine's artificial intelligence control kicking in. What? I have suspicion that the game has identified you as an anomaly and is trying to erase you, or it's trying to assume control of your character. But please don't tell me that. Just kidding, it's impossible for the AI to assume control of human consciousness as easily as I suggest. Why do you keep on hugging me? Because you're so adorable. Adorable? Come on! Huh? No, that wasn't like that. I was talking about Mr. Enigma, not you, Mizunashi. No, Mizunashi, I don't find you cute. I wasn't fishing for compliments, but for her to do a 180 so adamantly is disconcerting on its own. In any case, let's focus on longing you out of here so that you can wake up in the real world. Something unnerving is afoot, though. That enormous hole in the sky has unleashed a chain reaction of bugs all over this game. Why does the voice acting have to keep cutting in and out? I see. So the hole in the sky was a bug. Where'd it go? Where did what go? Whew. If I do this, can I save? Okay, I can. I've been trying to access the Master UI panel to initiate a manual user logout, but the menu is nowhere to be found. You must be mistaken, there's no way that's possible. Wait, you're right. I can't perform the function on my end either. You think the bugs have something to do with it? Can't rule out the possibility, but our predicament could be more dire than we had originally anticipated. Meaning, in the same way that our names were somehow blacklisted from the in-game chat function, I see other signs of third-party tampering in our code. Are you telling me that we've been hacked? Well, that's my guess. Even so, whoever it is, this person is in the know enough to identify the main programmer and the director of one of our unannounced titles. Blacklisting 2 of the key developers for this game before its release is a little suspicious, don't you think? My hair's standing just thinking about it. I mean, given that the World's Odyssey servers are running when the project was halted over a year ago is a major red flag. So long as the source code is vulnerable in someone else's hands, we need to log you out as soon as possible to bring you back, but, how the hell am I supposed to escape this world? I have no idea where I am, how I got here, or how to log out. Wait a minute, what about that failsafe function, remember? The ending engage? You're right, I totally forgot about that. The beautiful thing about World's Odyssey is that despite being an MMORPG, there's a definitive end to it all. I wanted the players to return to reality and sheer awe of what they saw, an experience unlike anything they'd ever seen before, right? Our wish was for our designs and stories to inspire gamers in the same way that we were inspired, breathless and ecstatic. Yes! I can't help but feel frustrated that for now this is our only option to get you out of here. But for the time being, it'll have to do. So let's head to the penultimate world to destroy the final boss and catalyze the ending engage. Got it. Alright. Starting to feel like myself again. If I can clear this game and log out, I'll wake up in the real world in no time. I could finally see Sumika and Lydia again, and you too, Mizunashi. Right. I'll be right beside you until the very end, so don't you worry about a thing. Our next destination, the mystical sky capital, Odyssea, right? You know the way there, right? Of course, I helped create it after all. Obtained an antidote.
In order to reach Odyssea from Hades,
Now you want to fucking do
we'll
it.
have to travel to Sturful, the kingdom by the sea.
Then let's part ways for now. While you head there, I've got some investigating to do on this side.
What? You're leaving already?
Well, Sheena, I'm gonna give you one warning for while I'm gone. Don't die, alright?
Huh? What do you mean?
It's a miracle that the server can run at all. The world is swarming with so many bugs that it's impossible to parse through the code. In fact, I'm holding my breath as I speak with you under fear that our connection could be cut off at any second. If you're ever killed in battle, or if you jump to a save point prematurely and hit the load function, there's a chance that it'll send a faulty signal to the server, which can reset our cache and disable our communication. Once we're cut off, there's no guarantee that we'd be able to connect once again.
In other words, I would have to navigate my way to the end of the game on my own.
Yes. I implore you to use extreme caution while you're in-game. By your own estimate, this game should require a minimum of 50 hours to clear the main storyline, right?
Fuck me.
Well, if we include breaks and potential side quests, then it could take far longer.
While you're in there, you'll have to complete all the necessary side quests to access the true ending and initiate the ending engage. It'll be a pain in the ass, but being thorough while we can't access the manual logout screen is our best shot at the moment.
Got it. I'll do whatever it takes.
Cool. I'm gonna analyze some asset files for Odyssea and get back to you. In the meantime, you won't be able to reach me. Sorry.
It's fine.
Don't look so worried. I'll have my laptop on me the whole time. I'll be checking in on your progress as often as I can, okay?
One thing. What would happen if your PC were to enter sleep mode? Would that cut off our line of communication too?
Is this your sly way of asking me not to let my laptop enter sleep mode? You worry too much. Anyway, I'll be on my way. See you later.
Oh. He left. Jeez. That guy really travels to the beat of his own drum. Someone could use a lesson on how to treat women.
I looked at the palace. Bad memories came flooding back to me and I ran back outside.
I'm so sorry. It was not my intention to startle you. Wait, aren't you this girl? Looks like the one in that torn painting inside of the palace. Oh, I'm sorry. You scared me. I must apologize for approaching you like this. My name is Lily Hopes. What? I recognize her. Lily was an NPC that I created to serve as a guide for new players.
Ah.
I don't remember her wearing this outfit in her original design, though. Do the bugs have something to do with this? Wait a sec. She has a buggy just like I do. Oh, I'm Sheena. Sheena Ninomiya. Might you be the princess of this kingdom? Huh? Yes. As you said, I am Hardis' princess. Currently, however, I am one of its most wanted criminals as well. Criminal? I was locked behind bars in a cavernous cell, charged and imprisoned for assassinating the queen. Now that she mentions it, I remember writing this dialogue for her backstory. I somewhat regret being responsible for the struggle she's faced. But in reality, you are as kind as a gentle ray of sunshine. A stern, selfless woman who is beloved by all, whom I know would never do such a thing. What? Oh, I'm not from this kingdom, but that's what I've heard about you, Princess Lily. Please, Lily will do just fine. Understood. Lily it is. I can't help but express some relief to hear that. It has been some time since anyone has referred to me as a gentle ray of sunshine. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but were you just escaping from the palace? Yes. Why do you ask? Did you see my father? The King of Hardis? I wish to know what became of the king and everyone inside the palace. Please, tell me everything you know. After all the cruelty she's faced from her sentence, she still expresses concern about the king and his warriors. From what I have gathered, the king has been amassing guards in order to counter the growing threat of deranged martyrs around the kingdom. However, many of those who flocked to heed the king's call never returned to tell the tale. I have tried fruitlessly to enter the palace to see it for myself, but entering as a fugitive is close to impossible. I humbly beg of you, tell me what you saw inside of the palace. What became of the king and the men in his command? I'm afraid you won't like what I have to say, Lily. Devil may care, I must know. Okay. I wandered into the palace because I heard that the kingdom was in need of guards. Much to my dismay, I called out in search of an attendant and received no response. Right from the get-go, things seemed abnormal. The king! Was he safe? I, saw the king in his throne room, but he was shrouded behind a curtain, so I didn't get a good look at him. I can say for certain that something about his demeanor felt off. In what way? His mind was slipping. The king was all wiry, and all of his soldiers seemed to follow. Before launching into an aggressive pursuit, the king and his men screamed absolute nonsense at me. I think it was the bug. I mean, it must have been the curse that drove him to madness. Curse? You must be speaking about the Entoma. How could this be? Is no one safe in this cruel world? Miss Sheena, since you had responded to the call to serve as one of our kingdom's guards, I have a favor to ask of you. As princess of this kingdom, my responsibility is to free my people from their suffering. This turmoil can no longer stand. First, I must see what has become of the palace myself. Miss Sheena, is there any way that I could convince you to accompany me? Sure. I know that it is a lot to ask for, but... Huh? Wait, did you say you would? Well, bravery means doing the right thing at the right time. So just leave it to Sheena the Adventurer. Oh, thank you. I can only imagine how worried you must be after being separated from the king for so long. The king is probably experiencing a lot of grief as well. So let's hurry, Lily. Okay.
Not again. What the? The entrance is sealed. There might be another entrance around the back. Right this way. Ah, they don't call you a princess for nothing. Let's head to the throne room. Hurry. Okay. What the hell are you doing here, Rook? Huh? Aren't you Sheena? What a coincidence to run into you here. Oh, Rook, what are you doing here? Man, if I had known you were heading this way, then we could have traveled here together. Don't be so shy next time. Alas, it was not in the cards. Huh? When we had our first encounter, I was actually en route to another kingdom. Between you and me, there are plenty of rooks throughout this world. Wait, what? Plenty of rooks? What do you mean by that? You see, originally there was just me. Ever since this thing latched onto me, however, most outlandish thing has been happening. You're right, you got signs of the curse on your arm too, Rook. When I became possessed by this, whatever it is, I've somehow been multiplied. Multiplied? There are multiple versions around me, of me, scattered around. God, stop making me read. Scattered across this world, remarkably bizarre, if I do say so myself. Luckily, I retain control of each and every version of me, a singular conscious at the helm of multiple bodies. Frankly, I see it as a blessing from the Lord. What better way to expand my business than with multiple merchants that I can trust? Does having multiple versions of yourself ever get to you, though? I'd be lying if I said that it doesn't, but compared to how others have been affected by the curse, I have no room to complain. Oh, it seems like Lily is really confused. Mizunashi had mentioned before that multiple versions of Rook were appearing as a result of the bugs. Bug is producing multiple copies of him. Precisely. Ah! Where did this bear come from? Lines of code enabling Rook to fast travel between locations has been corrupted. Instead of teleporting him, the game simply makes a copy. Oh. Mizuna? I mean, Mr. Enigma? You can't just appear out of the blue and scare us like that. Look how you startled Lily. Who cares? I have no time to worry about every time someone else gets upset. Jeez! There's a new customer come to browse my wares. Oh, I'm Enigma the bear. Don't worry, I'm not a threat. Right, Sheena? Oh, right. He's a friend of mine. She has a talking bear as a friend? Apologies if I scared you. Please don't mind me. Continue on with your conversation. He's so cute. Sheena, might I make a suggestion? A suggestion? Yes. As compensation for you having saved one version of me from a pack of vicious monsters, I would like to offer you my services. Would you do me the honor? Wow, of course. On your map, I've marked a symbol showing where each of my clone selves is. They are safe zones where martyrs rarely appear. You are free to make camp at these locations at your leisure. I will also give you a signal so that you can summon me at any time. I shall stock my wares frequently to cover any of your needs on and off the battlefield, so be sure to check back with me often. Got it. Thanks a bunch, Rook. No need to thank me. I should be thanking you for the increased business. Rook? Yes, my lady. Oh, please, just Lily is fine. I am in no position to answer by my royal title. But, please. Very well, Lily. How might I be of service to you? Do you happen to sell anything that I could use as a weapon? A weapon, you ask? Please don't tell me you are thinking about entering the fray. These are dangerous times, my lady. My heart has already decided, even if it means putting myself in harm's way, I must show bravery. I do not plan on sitting idly by while Miss Sheena risks her life for me. Lily. Then how about this? It's an elegant weapon, one that would keep you at a safe distance while offering a means to protect yourself. My, what a gorgeous bow. I can't believe how light it feels in my hands. Many thanks. I would be honored to use this. How much for it? Oh, please. I couldn't bear to accept money from the princess herself. Take it, I insist. No, I must pay my dues to honest merchants like yourself. I hate that this does this. As a member of the royal family, I cannot rest on the graces and good deeds of people. In fact, I refuse to do so. What was that? I see. Your reputation precedes you, my lady. You are wise beyond your years. Then, if I may, accept my gift at a lower rate than what my customers usually receive. Consider it a gesture of faith to the crown. Oh my, is this what my subjects refer to as a discount? Indeed, a token of goodwill for you and your journey, my lady. Wonderful, I cannot thank you enough. Hopefully this will do. Oh, sorry. If I acted out of turn, I thought this might be an acceptable response for your generosity. I apologize. The rituals and customs amongst townsfolk are somewhat foreign to me. Oh, not at all. I am merely humbled that you would show such kindness to a lowly merchant like me. Now, everyone, please travel safely. Hopefully our next meeting is sooner rather than later. I shall await your signal. What a gift it is to be at dozens... What a gift it is to be a dozen places at once. Okay, I didn't read that wrong. Miss Sheena, I hope that I hadn't stepped on your toes when I expressed my interest in fighting alongside you. However, as the Princess of Hardis, it is my right by birth to act in the best interest of my people. Teehee, thanks, Lily. But if we're backed into a corner or surrounded by monsters, then try not to act too rashly, okay? Oh, okay, understood. Are you sure I can fight with you, though? I thought for sure that you'd refuse me. I'd never do that. The more the merrier. Oh, and please call me Sheena. First names will do just fine for the both of us. Okay then, Sheena? Lily? Jesus Christ, you're making me blush. Now our friendship is official. But friendship? Mind if I chime in now? I hope I'm not interrupting your lovey-dovey display. Lovey-dovey? Psst. Be a bit more careful, okay, Sheena? Huh? Mr. Enigma? Don't give yourself away. I can hear you inside of my head. I'm using a private voice chat so that the others can't hear me talking to you. You can speak using this chat too. Just picture my Enigma avatar in your head, then communicate with me directly. Give it a shot. Like this? Can you hear me, Mizunashi? Loud and clear. Whoa, pretty convenient. Anyway, as I'm sure you've seen by now, Lily's got a little Intoma bug just like you do. Yes, actually, hers was bouncing on my knee just now. It seems fully sentient. On a side note, those spider legs attached to your thigh are a bug too, right? Oh, you mean these dangly things? Yes, I realized right away that the dangly legs were a sign that something was off in the game. Sheena? Would you mind not saying dangly so much? Is something the matter? For my sake, please. Okay. Anyway, we can leave the legs alone for now. It doesn't seem like any of the others can see the bug fluttering right in front of them. Considering how much it moves, you'd think that Lily would have said something by now. Has she brought it up to you before? Maybe she's just unsure of what it is. It has a mind of its own, after all. I bet she's just afraid of talking about it. Maybe not. Doesn't she look amused by it? Maybe. Who wouldn't laugh? It's so cute. We can't say for certain, though, can we? No one else is looking at it. We shouldn't beat around the bush. Let's ask her directly. Right. Still, it's strange that no one else is reacting. Lily joined. Hey, Lily. Can you see this little bug? Don't tell me that you can see it. Don't tell me you can see it, too. It's actually been able to see it this whole time. I can see it, too. Sheena has one that's similar, albeit purple instead of yellow. What a relief. I no longer have to pretend like it doesn't exist. Oh, sorry. It seems that mine has taken to you, Sheena. Hey, come back. This bug, as you call it, has suddenly appeared on my body. First as a weird bump, but over time, developed a mind of its own. I assume that it's a physical manifestation of the Intoma itself. Oh, could you tell me a bit more about how it began acting on its own accord? It was then that I had been falsely accused and imprisoned for assassinating the Queen. My guards were my only line to the outside world. I was informed that scores of innocent people were mysteriously dying as a result of the Intoma scourge, and many others disappeared. Oh, I recognize that term. The merchant from earlier mentioned the same thing to me. He said something about people disappearing like smoke. Yes, personally I believe those missing were abducted with some kind of dark, evil magic. From what I was told, there are a handful of survivors from the event, but they live in constant fear of the Intoma and the martyrs. No matter how badly I had wanted to understand the plight of those who were affected, there was little that I could actually do. Eventually, the kiss of the Intoma took the form of a painful bruise. I had believed that I too would soon succumb to this deadly curse. Just as I accepted my fate, this one popped out. Be-kiki-ki! Bagoo! When I first met you, Sheena, you can imagine the surprise on my face when I noticed that you were carrying around an Intoma, just like me. I wouldn't call it carrying around so much as it tends to follow me wherever I go. Pee-kiki-ki! Bagoo! Huh. Are they playing with one another? Well, by the looks of things, it seems like they're sniffing each other out. Maybe they recognize each other as friends. The way one circles around the other looks like they're having fun. How precious. Don't get too attached. At the end of the day, they're still connected to the Intoma. It's important to note the common thread with how the two of these Intoma bugs appeared, which seems to be the periods of extreme stress. I find it likely that there might be others who also have Intoma bugs that behave just as these two do. Lily, do you happen to know anyone else who possesses anything like these two? I don't. Ever since my escape, I've been doing my best to keep a low profile. So I haven't had much contact with anyone besides you two. Now that you mention it, Lily, you said that you were locked up in a heavily guarded prison. Right, how were you able to escape? Well, chaos sown by the Entoma Scourge diverted the attention of the kingdom's authorities to other more pressing matters. So after enough time had passed, one of the prison guards let me escape out of pity. Once I had gotten out, I took to wandering through a nearby town and saw others who bore the mark of the Entoma on them. Unfortunately, however, they were unable to control the Entoma and were subsequently devoured without a chance to get away. Sheena's Entoma tried to eat her when it first activated too, which means it has the ability to eat people whole whether or not it breaks off from its host. It's like a carnivorous virus. Lily, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm sorry if I'm reminding you of what must have been a difficult, painful memory. It's fine. These are desperate times. Each of us needs all of the help we can get. Sharing our stories means being able to join in on the fight. I consider myself quite fortunate to have met the two of you. Be-ki-ki-ki! Agoo! Puku, I know. We'll call them buggies. What? Mr. Bear, let's call these things buggies from now on. Entoma isn't cute at all. Boo! kind of like a baby. Right. Are you okay with that, Mr. Bear? I don't care. But are they worth giving a nickname to? I understand that they're dangerous beings, but if we have to coexist with them anyways, you might as well find them cute. Do as you please. As long as you know they're dangerous, I'm good. Anyways, your naming sense hasn't changed one bit. Thank you. That wasn't a compliment. Be-ki-ki-ki. Please stop making me read. Mizunashi, remember Lily's original design? I remember her hair being far more primped and blonde, a style befitting a queen. Oh yeah, huh? I don't remember the details for every single NPC we've made. Lily's current design is cute, but the fact that she's changed so much throws me off. You think this has something to do with the bugs? Probably. Maybe the assets for her character model got shifted or something. I should ask Lydia, our character designer. So Lily's an escaped convict and has joined our party. Far cry from her original plotline, huh? Well, obviously irregularities throughout all of World's Odyssey, like you and the Entoma, are to be expected by now. Given that the bugs have changed everything from new monsters to producing clones of Rook, strange NPC behavior seems almost tame. Irregularities. Would you mind not referring to me as some line of code? What I meant was, we wanted to mention how peculiar it is that Rook and Lily are exhibiting changes that are aligned with their original programming, right? Although they are NPCs, you must remember that the Alice engine is powering the core of their decision-making process. This AI is like magic. Somehow they are able to make split-second decisions, thinking and reacting in a way indistinguishable from humans. To some degree, they're as human as you or me. Yeah, judging from how they describe their thought patterns, this AI is scarily complex. I must admit, the implications frighten me. Stop making me read. What's going on here? We should have been able to reach the throne room through this hallway. The pathway seems to have been sealed off. Let's find another way. When your buggy is present, there's a 50% chance to trigger a support skill in battle. Additionally, when the amount of field bugs falls below 50%, you can press the touchpad to summon Arata Mizunashi. While exploring, press the X button to perform an attack. Use this skill to ambush enemies in battle. If the simple attack is successful, your party will double in speed and gain status immunity, making it easier for your team to strike first. Failing a simple attack, however, will leave you at a disadvantage. In order to get rid of the distortion in World Odyssey, you need Arata Mizunashi's help. If you get stuck in a dungeon, try investigating the real world. Access the menu with triangle and press R2 to call Arata. Sheena excels in close combat, slight chance to inflict slow to all surround. Okay, so right now I can't save. Lily tips. Cells with ranged attacks, healing spells. And at each turn she may inflict a small amount of damage to nearby foe. Nullify status effects, action speed down. Hidden throughout each dungeon are points you can collect. Venture in and out of rooms within each dungeon to make markers reappear. Any items found can be sold later, but keeping them may come in handy later. Bug wings. Ring fragment. As soon as I can find another save point, I think I'm gonna call it a stream. If this game truly does take about 50 hours to complete just the main storyline, given that I also have to do side quests and whatnot, then it's gonna take quite a few episodes.
I won't lose.
When selecting commands with triangle, you may learn a new skill on the fly depending on the order of skills selected. For example, if you select Meti for Sheena's first and second, you may unlock an upper level skill. Chance to use flash drive occurs, a light bulb icon will appear. Don't really need to use Meti right now though.
Alright. Use this! I can win this! Yeah! Home run! Took you down. Let's go!
What do you have? Ooh, revive. Resurrect units within a medium radius. Increased chance to evade all-star attribute attacks in the next turn. Fire and arrow recovery. Effective against immune attribute enemies. Let's try this out. Then a couple regular attacks on the guard.
Yeah. Damn.
She doesn't do too much damage, but she's able to stay at her range, which helps out a lot.
Let's go. All right. Use this. Come on. Let's
Go
go.
ahead and guard up for next turn.
This is nothing.
And it's gone. Cleared out a few bugs while we were at it.
I won't go easy on you. I did it.
And knockback. Oh! Nice little combo move.
Well done.
376, 6140 for Lily. Awesome. Sheena's level 4. Lily started level 3? This kind of makes sense. I kind of like the music in this game. Okay, so that's what that is. That's my attack.
Yeah! Now's our
What is
chance.
that giant thing?
Let's go. All right. Activating, powering up. You will. I won't go
Ah, I
easy
didn't
on
get
you.
close enough.
I did it. Let me help.
And my buggy skill. Tears of Lament.
All right,
go.
keep going.
All right. See? Hey,
And go that way.
the rest
Missed.
to me. I did it. It's pointless.
And knock back. So that thing doesn't do real attacks. Got it.
Last call.
Not
My
too
turn.
shabby out there.
All right.
Let's go and get rid of this thing so that way it can't heal him up anymore.
Use this. Powering up.
Yep.
This feeling. Home
Your skill.
run.
I think we just got a double kill.
Let's go. I did it. Right there.
Yeah, Lily needs a lot more attack.
The rest to me. I did it. Damn!
Get the hell out of there.
I'll see what I can
Leave
do.
it to me. All right. Bounce back. Hope this helps. Huh? Could it be?
Matique.
Let's calm down.
Oh god, I need to heal Lily.
Lily, are you okay?
Lose hope. I did it. This shall do. Yeah. Let's go.
Alright, Lily's good now.
All right. Hey! Ha! Yeah! Home run! Deleted.
One way to pull off a double kill.
Not
Let's
too
go.
shabby out there.
I did it. Yeah. Time for liftoff. We performed our duty.
Hell yeah.
Great work, everyone.
A lot of items out of that one.
Leveled up. Everyone down.
Sheena's level 5, Lily's up to level 4. Sweet. Check out these other 2 rooms.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
There's the one.
Attacking first. Leave it to me. All right. No use. It won't go easy on you. I did it. Yeah. How's this? Not yet. One more time.
Dear God.
Ready for battle.
Fuck them
Victory!
up. Holy crap.
My
All right,
turn.
keep going.
All right. Yeah. Ah! Ha! Out of here. 1, 2. I'm going in.
That's overkill, kids.
Oh, victory! Getting leveled up.
Level 6 and level 5 now. Sweet. And I think I still need to go through this room, right? Warp stone. Activating a warp stone, you can teleport to other warp stones within the same area. Only activate if you investigate them. Sure to check D25. And a save point too, sweet. If you find a tent inside of a dungeon, you may use it to rest and recover with your party. Various options are able to camp. Depending on the circumstances, you may be able to trigger events with other party members. Go ahead and rest up, I guess. Isn't it funny, Mr. Nemo? We've never had the chance to walk around like this. Just the 2 of us, huh? Really? Yes, you're right, but it's gotten into you. I just can't get over how adorable you are in your current form. Who would have guessed you could be so huggable? That's a good boy. Hey, are you picking me up? Hey, stop it. Come on. It's not like I'm actually touching you. Okay, ready? I'm gonna toss you up. Hey, even for just speaking through intercom, it's not right. I mean, I could still get motion sickness, you know. The 2 of you seem quite close, no? Your relationship is rather intriguing. Well, you see, So what Sheena had said about your current form is beguiling to me. Silly me. Did I say that? This conversation doesn't leave us. Got it, ladies? But, Mr. Enigma, what are you about to say? Only with Sheena's help am I able to exist in this world without a problem. What do you mean by that? I can't go into details, but this whole get-up has a lot of limitations. So it's not my primary form, if you will. Whenever I'm in a bind, Sheena has to help me. In actuality, these roles are reversed. Ah, I see. Would it be fair to describe the two of you as associates? Associates? I suppose that would work. Mr. Enigma is always sharing his insight with me. Amazing. How touching, isn't it wonderful to have someone supporting you that you can support in return? Indeed, that's why I consider myself lucky for knowing Sheena. Mr. Enigma, well, right back at you. Two of you really are close. Oh boy. I really wish the voice acting would work in this game all the time. Might look like a bear, but you can think of me as something of a parent to her. Parent? Is that so? You're more playful than parents usually are with their children. I love this game. Lily, don't listen to him. But she's grown since I've last seen her. You tell me what Sheena was like as a child. I love this game. I need to brush up on the old photo album. Maybe one day. Mr. Enigma, enough of the dad jokes already. If you ring the bell inside of camp, Rook will welcome you into his shop. Aside from purchasing goods, you can also accept quests. Save the world by completing the quest list. Enter the quest menu in order to accept quests automatically. Yada.
You called for me. Take a gander at the goods on display. You called for... Were you interested in selling some items?
I have a lot of stuff.
You called for me. Ah, you wanted to browse my wares.
Sword with a swing. Softer than its magical power. So it would lower her attack, but it would increase her MAT there. Bow designed for beginners, its arrows are launched at a non-lethal speed. Increase her HP, lower her special, increase her attack, lower her agility. Bracelet that excels in magical defense. Would help her out a lot. Got enough for it. Increase her. I guess Sheena kind of needs SP more than Lily does. Boosts weapon strength. This is something I could use for Lily, but 35,000 kind of can't afford that. Mindful ring. Too much right now that I really care too much about. I guess increasing Lily's defense would be kind of nice. Or getting Sheena's magic defense up, that'd be kind of nice.
Is this okay? Thank you. How might I be right?
Oh, a quest.
Tale of Triumph. Take down the Danshun in Heartis Palace.
Oh, a quest!
What's a red fruit?
Oh, a quest!
Ring fragment. I want to craft a ring I lost. Materials can be found at Heartis Palace. Silversmith. Noyo Fuki. Out of curiosity, I want to try one. I think they grow near the river.
Oh, a quest!
If you can kill 10 Danshun, I'll hook you up. Take down the Danshun in Heartis Palace for 2,000. 1,000 to find a red fruit. Magic bracelet to get him the ring pieces, and that's a lot for killing 10 Danshun.
How might I be of service? Be careful out there.
Oh, sit this one out.
How do I access their inventories? I don't know which one to give it to. I'll give her a lot. I feel like Sheena gets hit with a lot more magic stuff. And, I mean, we always fight stuff that hits with more magic abilities than normal. So it'd be nicer to have their magic stuff up. So to get her up would be really nice. So I think I'm gonna give this to her if I can. Can I not?
This'll do.
There we go. Puts her magic defense up to 49 and her regular defense up to 38. Alright, well at least now I know how to do this. Alright. Save the game real quick. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed. It's a fun. The dialogue's a bit kind of goofy, but it's definitely a pretty fun game. I'll definitely be back to play some more. I do kind of want to do this all the way through, but if what they say is true, that this is going to take over 50 complete hours, to do, then it's going to take a lot of episodes. But this was a fun start. Stop trying to play the goddamn theme song. This is a fun start to the game. I'll definitely be back for some more. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. I don't know. But super fun game. But for now, thank you all for watching, and peace out.